Alright, so it is time for this match between Minionpawn and jmjjmj. Guess I'll just call him like JM or something. But yeah, so it's a play-in for League D. Yeah, so the winner will get a free promotion to D tier in the league. So yeah, what do they got here? They've got some nice stuff. There's Priest for the trashing. There is, of course, Black Market. I'm not sure. I mean, Black Market is nice because currently, like, the only draw here is Ranger, and yeah, can't really rely on Ironmonger for draw. And you have, like, Mountain Village is a nice village. So they both go with Workshop, so JM goes Workshop Potion, Minionpawn goes Workshop Priest. Yeah, I don't love the potion opening here. Your accent density, like, isn't that good, and like, I don't know if you need a scrying pool yet. I don't know, it's the only potion cost card. I kind of prefer Ranger as my draw. So yeah, JM finally gets a Priest, so yeah, that's good, although a little late. Because now Minionpawn can take a village, so JM is already going for the Black Market. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Oh wait, okay, you're one short of getting two. So yeah, then JM gets their scrying pool. Yeah, so that is definitely a good thing for them. So yeah, Minionpawn is starting to clean out their deck. Yeah, so yeah, because I guess Minionpawn, his deck seems to be in a better state. And I don't... So yeah, JM, they get 2 scrying pools already. Yeah, I'm not even done the scrying pools. Wait, when did Minionpawn take a potion? Okay, turn 5. So yeah, a little later, but yeah. Minionpawn, at that point in the game, like, it actually potion makes sense there. And maybe I'm wrong about the Ranger. Maybe Scrying Pool is a better draw. It easily could be. But yeah, they both have Black Market now. Minionpawn finally manages to pop Lamp. So yeah, popping Lamp is great. Yeah. So you can... Except for Minionpawn, I kind of like just a caravan. Or no, it's just not Minionpawn, it's JM, whatever. Kind of like, for their deck, like the caravan. Yeah, I think so. Caravan. I don't know. Do you feel like Caravan Scrying Pool would be fine here? Okay, so Caravan Ironmonger Spices. Yeah, that also seems like a fine option. So let's see what Minionpawn. Yeah, I have to say I did not like that island. So yeah, the mountain village is reasonable, especially with this hand. I do like it. I guess you want, yeah, play the. I'm actually not sure if you play Black Market or Work. Yeah, I guess Workshop. The Black Market there does make sense. Yeah, so it takes another Ironmonger with Wish. Yeah. So yeah, Minionpawn, he's just trashing those. So yeah, he can take a barge here, which I mean, he's coming close to drawing deck. Yeah, takes the barge. I like that. So then goes Scrying Pool. Not sure. I mean, there are lots of good forecasts out here. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I can understand why one would want a second workshop. I don't know, what is this for JM? Yeah, I'm not really sure, so yeah. Yeah, because they both have engines going here. But yeah, so they just keep going. I mean, yeah, I mean, nothing really. I mean, Minionpawn, like, he doesn't need the library, really. But yeah, he takes it. It seems fine. Library was like the only reasonable thing out there, though. I mean, maybe Relic if you were looking for a payload, but I don't really think he was. And like the draw, it just doesn't really, like, JM has lots of draw. So I do have to say I do prefer Minionpawn's deck here. Yeah, the Displace is really a nice black market draw. I feel like there's just been so much black market stuff going on. Oh, right, JM still has the magic lamp in their deck. Yeah, so they should really try and, like, I feel like Minionpawn seems ahead in part because he popped the magic lamp. But of course, JM could still make a comeback. Yeah, takes an Iron Monger and then grab. So they are going for the Ranger deck. So we'll see what Minionpawn does. Yeah, so JM just resigned, so Minionpawn is up 1-0. It's first to, I guess it's technically first to 3.5 wins. Yeah. It starts out as 6 games. Yeah, so what do they have on their next board? There is distant lands for greening. Not sure that there is inheritance. You could, yeah, I mean, you don't get the below the line effect of peasant, unfortunately, with inheritance. Could inherit like to the Patron or Chariot race. I feel like probably Patron. So both players go for the Exorcist peasant opening. I like that. So Minionpawn, he goes for the second Exorcist. I mean, I guess you can always turn one of those Exorcists into a, what's it called, Wisp. I mean, that, like, it isn't bad. But it could, I'm not huge on it. So Minionpawn's going for a Chariot race deck. He wants to add some expensive cards to it, which I guess inheritance and inheriting patrons, which is nice for payload, but it's not. But then if you're putting a bunch of, oh wait, and they have sheltered this game, so it's not like they have starting estates to worry about. So Minionpawn does that. So yeah, they both have chariot races now. Was that the first time Minionpawn's chariot race hit? Oh wait, was I wrong about who was going for the chariot race deck earlier? I might have been. I think they made both. Let's see. Yeah, I was. I don't know why I thought it was Minionpawn, but yeah. JM took the first chariot race, so. But yeah, I don't think it matters here. A Minionpawn now has a Patron. I mean, it isn't bad. Yeah, they now have such a Patron. I mean, the Patrons are good. Yeah, inheriting Patron and then buying estates is kind of slow. And given, I mean, the only reason to do it is for payload. That is the only reason. So we'll see what happens here. So yeah, I wonder, I guess is this gonna be where Minionpawn turns an exorcist into an imp? It is. Right, so I think that is a good move for him. Now I guess the players are just, they're just going, so yeah, I guess, yeah, play the soldier, get your, get it exchanged into a fugitive. So yeah, JM does end up inheriting Patron, so I assume that they plan on taking some estates, make those patrons play out, like pay off. Yeah, some kind of like another chariot race from, well, I mean, I guess you have exorcist in hand, so yeah, peasant seems like a good option. So yeah, JM takes an estate finally. I mean, with peasant as, like, in this, yeah, with peasant as the only source of plus buys, I mean, you want to consistently hit gate, but that's pretty much it. And like, you also want to do well with chariot race. But yeah, outside of that, so I wonder if they're gonna, when they're gonna start going for distant lands. I mean, no, he doesn't. Because I was gonna say I could see Minionpawn taking a distant lands the turn. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is a bit early for distant lands. What do I want here is JM. I mean, I don't want just another estate. And you go for Patron, just take a Patron for chariot race. I mean, oh yeah, or just province. I mean, JM, like, they already have a pretty big points lead, so I could see just a Patron, because I could see, like, it might take some time given that it's a single game board. Yeah. So I assume this is contemplating if he discards. Yeah, I think that was the right choice to. And here you can gain a. So yeah, so I think might actually make sense for Minionpawn to keep that peasant for the buy. I mean, just, well, I mean, you could exchange it and take another one. Yeah, I guess that is a good point. Silco province peasant here. Or just not trash the copper and take a chariot race. And then, if you, well, yeah, I mean, draw isn't that much of a concern right now. If you don't trash the copper and take chariot race, and turn chariot, and make chariot race some more payload, that would be good. I like that. So yeah, Minionpawn goes, inheritance is sorry, not province. I can't remember what. Yeah, inheritance peasant. So yeah, I mean, like it's not bad, but I would have. JM resigns again. Okay, yeah, I feel like I think Minion Pawn was ahead there, really. Yeah. Maybe if I early resigns, JM would have gotten first and not needed this match. Who knows? So JM goes Amulet. They both go Amulet Potion. Yeah, I like that given that Alchemist is the only draw here. I guess I should see what Druid has. So yeah, you do have Wind's Gift, your Flames for trashing, and then you can also, I mean, you're probably not going to use Druid much for trashing. Like, I don't know how soon you'll even take one. I do like putting Pathfinding on Alchemist to make it a super lab. So JM goes for the relic. I mean, fine. I think I would have preferred another alchemist there. I want to build an alchemist deck and put pathfinding on alchemist eventually. But I mean, here, like, this is gonna be a dud. Like, and I mean, even with that relic, JM just has a better draw and all that. Yeah, Minionpawn just, I mean, they both have limited terminal space, so I guess here, yeah, discarding the amulet seems reasonable, honestly. Yeah. So they take another swamp hag. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that move. Still hoping that they can. I mean, maybe they don't need a super lab. I guess that is possible. So, yeah, we'll see what JM is undoing. So yeah. Place the relic. So yeah, so I don't know why I'm just saying stuff like that. So yeah, Minionpawn finally takes a relic. I mean, I didn't really like the relic for either of their decks, personally. I have to admit that much. Yeah, I guess this is just another Hamlet. I mean, you're gonna have to discard your Swamp Hag. But I mean, like, what else are you gonna discard? And I guess their altar could use some food, or they could just decide, yeah. So it does take an ill-gotten gates. I actually do like that. It helps feed altars. Plus, you can't discount cursing your opponent. Never discount that. Yeah, I'm liking JM's deck more here. And Minionpawn resigns. Alright, so this is 2-1 Minionpawn now. I think that resign seems reasonable. And Minionpawn BRBs. Alright, so they are back. So what do they have on this board? See, the draw is Caravan and Cursed Village. I mean, Cursed Village actually does not. Oh, wait, and Cavalry. Yeah, I mean, you could put together a Cursed Village Jester thing, but, like, I'm not huge on it. Your only plus buy is Courtier, unless you're, like, get really lucky with Jester and gain a Cavalry. But I wouldn't count on that. Yeah. The quarry open. I like it. I mean, there are like some good fivers out there. I mean, maybe you consider caravanning, but like there are enough good cards out there that like it's pretty good. Just go, yeah. Okay, Minionpawn is disconnected, it seems. Alright, so they seem to be back, so yeah, so JM transports a Jester in there. Takes a query. Minionpawn does query. Transport Cursed Village. I mean, transporting Cursed Village is a really nice way to get the card. So they have an X. So yeah. Yeah. So JM gets to discard 2. gestures from Exile, which is nice. Minionpawn takes a second quarry. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't really like that. I mean, I guess it's fine. I'm not huge on that move. So, yeah, Minionpawn, like, so they're trashing some stuff with Way of the Goat, which is great. So, yeah, Minionpawn gets those 2 cursed quarries played. So, I guess let's make stuff really cheap, but with no source of plus buy. Oh wait, there's Courtier. I forgot about that. So yeah, Minionpawn takes a Courtier. I mean, I guess I do have that place, but I guess there's Jester, there's Cursed Village. You can do Caravan. So yeah, there are some decent. I mean, nothing that gets you nothing with more than 2 types, but there are quite a few cards that have 2 types. So yeah, Minionpawn is now miserable. I mean, like, it's fine, I guess. Like, yeah, it doesn't have too much effect this early in the game. Might matter later, though. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell who's ahead here. Yeah, that's lucky of JM. It's a very helpful boon, I have to say. Yeah, terminal space is becoming a problem for Minionpawn. That was to be expected. Yeah, gets rid of that copper, makes sense for him. Minionpawn can just take 2 more cursed villages. So he goes for cursed village Courtier. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah. So cavalries are now empty. I mean, their decks, other than Jester, don't really have much payload. I mean, JM seems ahead here. So yeah, Way of the Goat is a pretty nice way to trigger cursed villages. I mean, here I guess you just have to take some actions with the courtier. I mean, on the second one, it's just gonna be a buy, I'd assume. Yeah. Wait, I don't see a way to do something other than a buy. I mean, cursed villages are running really low. Cavalries are empty. I'm not quite sure. I mean, could be Jester, could be Caravan. I mean, Jester could be the third pile. It wouldn't surprise me if Minionpawn starts greening soon. I mean, Minionpawn does have more pile control, I think. This is a very sad draw for Minionpawn. But yeah, JM. And just keep going with this. Yeah. This is not a time for other league players to be messaging me, but whatever. Question about another play-in even. So yeah, Minionpawn should probably think about. I mean, all he can do here is a state. Yeah, it doesn't take it. I mean, yeah, JM starts Dutchy dancing. I feel like I'm too close to call, but I feel like Minionpawn has almost won this game. Not Minionpawn, JM. JM just has so much about points lead, more payload. I mean, how much will Minionpawn will get exactly 8 here. I don't know what he would have taken a gold there over a buy. Is that what he did? Because I did not like that buy. Like, what are you doing with the buy? Would have much preferred the gold. The gold does have its problems with first village around. So, horsing the horses, prefer to goat it. Yeah, not sure why that wasn't goat. Yeah, because with an estate in hand and first villages that you want to play. So yeah, here, I mean, is it a points thing? Does he not want to crash that estate? I mean, like, that wouldn't be that very really crazy at all. I mean, I could understand that. Well, almost understand. So yeah, apprenticing the cavalry probably. I like that move. So here, let's see. Here we could actually Yeah, he has a lot, like, because what can you do? You can province duchy here, which will be great. So yeah, maybe this game will go to Minionpawn. We will see. So let's see what he does. North also, yeah, I don't know, Courtier, I guess. Oh wait, he has the payload to double province. I've missed that much. So yeah, Minionpawn making a comeback. I guess his deck was a lot more powerful. It still is. So yeah, I guess like what I said before, it wouldn't not be at all, like it wouldn't. Yeah, Minionpawn is making a pretty nice comeback. Yeah, so I guess I want to go the horse. Guess you can just play the horse here. There goes revealing. Yeah, look at playing. So yeah. This is actually coming. So JM resigned. Yeah, that resigned. I guess now all these games have ended on resigns. So it's 3-1 for Minionpawn. So Minionpawn just needs to tie this game. Yeah. So let's take a look at this board. They have Bounty Hunter and Apprentice for cleaning. The draw on this board is Apprentice. I guess you can do Lost City, Haunted Woods. The only source of buys is Bridge Troll. So yeah, they're gonna be going for Bridge Troll. And their villages, of course, are Lost City and West. I mean, Lost City is kind of OP. Although it does help your opponent a bit on game, but it's still a great card. So yeah, rocks the apprentice. Yeah, I mean, yes, yeah, I can see why. Yeah, I mean the frogging, it's not that bad actually. Yeah. I mean, doesn't seem that bad. So let's see what happens. So JM has taken up Bounty Hunter and a Bridge Troll, so that seems, I mean, but Minionpawn. Yeah, Minionpawn now also has a Bridge Troll, so JM has much better draw with 2 Lost Cities in their deck. Yeah. And yeah, so Minionpawn takes his second Bridge Troll. Yeah, this. Oh, it's another. I mean, yeah, I don't. I don't really, not huge on all those extra lost cities. I mean, I don't think they really need them that bad. I mean, Minionpawn, like, he doesn't have any lost cities, but yeah, I guess I think it's fine, really. It's really not that bad. So here, I guess, just some blessed village from trying. But oh wait, they would do a lot. So yeah, let's see what happens. So we'll see. Minionpawn takes his first lost city. Yeah, I mean, it seems fine. Like, I mean, this deck is kind of pretty good on terminal space. I feel like his deck could benefit more from, like, the third bridge troll. I believe they each have 2 bridge trolls. Maybe Minionpawn only has 1. I'm pretty sure. They each have 2. Well, now JM takes another one, so at another lost city. I mean, JM kind of needs that terminal space. But Minionpawn, on the other hand, is drawing deck. Minionpawn seems ahead here. Seems like this would likely be going to D. So I guess here for Minionpawn, I mean, what overdraw does he have? I mean, he doesn't really have any, but yeah, a bridge troll, lost city, vagrant seems like a good option for him. Yeah. Just go away, Windows. I was charging. Anyway, so I mean, yeah, Minionpawn is just certainly ahead. An apprentice, like, just doesn't draw much now that, like, they're playing so many bridge trolls. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, it's 3 and 3. Yeah. So JM takes their 4th bridge troll. Okay. I guess just grab a vagrant here. I mean, the only reason not to is piles. Piles are running a bit low here. Bridge troll, lost city, vagrant, they are all pretty low, especially like with bridge troll, you just have so many buys and cards are so cheap. Yeah. They go with vagrants, which I think is reasonable. Like, it's not like the piles are that low yet, but low enough that the players will want to think about greening soon. Yeah, so Yeah, so Minionpawn is able to frog another lost city, which is great. So I guess Minionpawn, I'd say, could grab, and it's hard to say. Yeah, another bridge troll does seem fine, and a silver. Yeah, his deck is lacking some payload. I'd say even a second silver would be good for his deck. So he goes for one estate. I mean, why go for one and not two? Because if you take two estates, then Minionpawn, you won't have to do anything next turn. So yeah, Sam is lowering piles. I assume, yeah, he takes some duchies. So yeah, I mean, JM has more payload, but Minionpawn has more of an engine built up. I mean, usually the engine wins, but not always. We'll see. So, yeah, Minionpawn using his engine here. I mean, how much payload? Certainly not I don't think he has anywhere close to enough for a pile out. He is a coin short here, which sucks. And, like, he doesn't want to lower piles at all. Because he's going to have one payload and duchies will be at 2. Yeah, because of one coin and duchies at 2, you can grab like 4 estates. But then JM might not. Just like, even with a bunch of estates, that just doesn't do anything for Minionpawn. Except maybe, like, possibly give them more ways to pile out. Yeah, so trashing Bounty Hunter instead of Blessed Village makes sense. Yeah, so I liked trashing that Bounty Hunter instead of the Blessed Village, yeah. I have to say, he already had an estate in exile. So here he can actually, I mean, he doesn't want to add too many estates. I mean, maybe one more. Do you take one more that way? Well, no, I guess you don't really bother that, really, because... Oh, yeah, I see what he was doing. But, like, Minionpawn only needs a tie. Yeah. Tie will win the match for Minionpawn, so, yeah. So yeah, JM here, I mean, no, do just forgive, I was not deck tracking closely enough to know what those cards at the bottom of their deck are. Yeah, so that will be a bit hard. Yeah, so they go for just playing all those bridge trolls. So yeah, you can get province. Oh yeah, so seems like JM has a win there. So it is 3-2. Minionpawn, so yeah, again, Minionpawn just needs a tie here. JM needs to win the rest of the games in order to promote to D. Yeah, so Minionpawn has a 2, well, they both have 5-2s. Because, yeah, I mean, their deck cleaner is either Sanctuary or Remodel. I mean, Sanctuary has the benefit of being non-terminal. Oh, they have Count. I'm like, yeah, but I'm really bad at playing games with Count. I know I shouldn't be bad at it, but I am. Yeah, Count is a pretty powerful trasher early in the game. Because, yeah, they both opened Count Cellar. Or did they? Yeah, I'm sure the native villages came. Yeah, they both opened. I didn't think otherwise. So yeah, they have native villages in their decks. So I mean, they're here. You probably use your. I mean, I'm not quite sure. This is kind of a sloggy board with no draw. I mean, I feel like here you kind of want to build up to a native village mega. I kind of wanted a market square here for when you. I mean, well, I guess with the count, you're trashing it all at once. Unless you get to choose the order. In which case, it's great. I honestly don't know. But maybe we will find out, but maybe we won't. Yeah, so So yeah, they both have traders now. So they are going for some silvers. I mean, Minionpawn's deck is already really thin. So I'm not sure how much he needed that trader. I mean, it's not like it's bad. And it is good stuff for Market Square. So yeah, he kind of doesn't want to play that native village because you have a 50-50 shot at. So he picks up. Interesting. I mean, you can trash the estate to trader. Like, that isn't a bad option. Or anything. So top deck's this. Yeah, so just. But yeah, Minionpawn just has a super thin deck. So. Yeah, that thin deck is nice for him. I think this might be where he trashes the cellar, honestly. Yeah, so sets aside a silver. It's fine, really. So yeah, trashes the cellar, which I think is the right move. So yeah, now they both have remodels in their decks. I mean, like Minionpawn can safely just remodel those golds into provinces eventually. Deck is just so thin. Yeah. I think I would have liked to top deck a gold there and take some coins. I think he could have played that count. I mean, it doesn't, I guess it probably does. I mean, I guess I can see why one would not want to do that. But it is something that might have been a good idea. So, yeah. So Minionpawn is going for a bit of a native village strategy. I mean, it's native village is actually a fine strategy here. Yeah, so do you trash the count here? Possibly. I mean, how many silvers does he need before it starts hurting his deck? Yeah, discards the silver and the prayer, so yeah, takes another remodel gold here. Okay, our Market Square and Native Village. That works too, so this is gonna be some unlucky terminal collision for Minionpawn. I feel like I've been focusing way too much on Minionpawn here. So anyway, JM is, yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't think JM has a good enough deck. And their deck is less interesting, which I think that plus player one. I mean, JM's deck, I mean, they also seem to be doing this native village thing. But I think, like, they haven't been able to province yet. Minionpawn did have a dub there. So, I mean, I don't know what the third pile would be other than native village and market square. Yeah. So that's an interesting move too. Oh yeah, I guess he was probably planning to trash that silver. Yeah, it's nice playing library on an empty hand. Because we can exile this province here. Minionpawn definitely seems ahead. Yeah, I'll top deck that. I mean, I would have, yeah, so he undoes there. You want to play that the Vizier first. The knight of 10. Now he has 10, so takes a fleet. I mean, fleet, like, it isn't a bad option, especially when your opponent has it. Yeah, fleet's double seller. I mean, I'm not huge on all this seller stuff. Oh, and Marcus here. Yeah, I don't like the sellers. He seems to have more payload than I thought he did. But anyway, JM doesn't get to play a library on an empty hand, unfortunately. But they do take a province here. So let's see. I still think. I mean, we'll see what happens here. I feel like. So yeah, Minionpawn is just going with this nice engine. So yeah, trashes them. I mean now. I mean, I guess you just play the library with the count in your hand. That's kind of his only option. Can he afford to trash a gold into? I mean, you can trash it. You can replace that gold. You can just get 2 replacement gold. I'm not sure why he bothered with that. He could have taken 2 golds and then drawn them both and double province tier. Well, triple province. I think. Pretty sure he just chose to double over triple. Not sure what that was about. So anyway, yeah, JM resigned, so congrats to Minionpawn on that promotion to D. Thanks everyone for watching.